If you're struggling with custom tactics and a formation on FC25, today I've got a video for you that is really going to help you. Are you tired of having a terrible team on FC25? Well, today I have a solution for you. Welcome to lootbar.gg, the cheapest place to get your coins. Not only are they 8 to 10% cheaper than other competitors, they're also a lot cheaper than FC points. And on top of that, they also give you 5% extra coins with every order. Also, plenty of creators are using Lootbar. Not only is it Zorky and Manny using Lootbar, we have plenty of creators joining the platform such as Wakes, Blush and Abdel. Lootbar's reviews are also excellent. They also offer a really fast delivery service, getting you your coins within 30 minutes. And make sure when you are buying your coins that you use Viper at checkout to get an 8% discount. Make sure to go to the pinned comment or the description of this video to get your coins from Lootbar. So first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And if you are enjoying the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Before we do talk about the tactics and formation, you can see the formation on your screen right now. This is my subscriber road to glory. We're about to hit 1,000 hours on this account. I run this road to glory on my second channel, Viperization 2. There's some great content over there, a different side that you've never seen on this channel, and I really recommend you go and check it out. Regardless of that though, 4-2-3-1 narrow. I have never used a formation that allows so much creativity on FC25. I absolutely love it. Of course, there are some positions in this team that need to be kind of molded into the way you're playing. As you can see here, we've got two of the three cams are insanely creative, and it's very important that you do have that in this formation. Regardless, once again, though, of that, let's get into the custom tactics. So guys, of course, first of all, we are going to cover the tactical preset formation, build-up style and defensive approach. Of course, you know it's the 4-2-3-1 narrow. It's set up in counter. Now, this is quite counterintuitive for the way we're trying to play with this team, but it works so well at getting the ball up the pitch into them cams quickly, and then you have kind of free range on scoring all sorts of goals if you've got finesse players, if you've got players that can really run fast, like I've got with DRB, or in other cases, I've got Brandt and Laudrup, who are absolutely brilliant playmakers, and it allows, you know, the team to have a lot of synergy and just move kind of in tandem with each other, and it works really well. I didn't think counter was going to be the thing that would work in the 4-2-3-1, but after testing, short passing and balanced, counter does actually work super duper well for getting the ball high up the pitch quickly and then allowing the juices to flow whichever way you want to with the creativity. And that is the main word for this formation, is the amount of creativity that you do get from it. And it's important because this game, you can't really play good football, but in the 4-2-3-1, it kind of does allow you to. Defensive approach. Now, we've gone high here, and that is just because I trust my entire defensive line. They're all quite fast. They are physical, or my two centre-backs are anyway, and the roll plus that we've got on both of them, which I'll talk about shortly, really does allow you to play a high line. And yeah, ultimately for this, you're just looking for offside traps and just to win the ball back quickly. If you don't kind of F with this, let's say, you can always switch to balanced and drop it a little bit deeper if you'd like to, but you don't really want to invite pressure, so keeping it relatively high, in my opinion, is quite important. So that is counter and defensive approach high, and that is how we're going to set up the actual tactic. Let's get into the player roles, which really do make this team. So first of all, guys, the worst player in the team is going to be Jan Sommer, and I've just got him on goalkeeper plus. I don't think he's got any other pluses, so it's just goalkeeper plus for him. A traditional goalkeeper who stays on their line and focuses on shot stopping. He is a good shot stopper, but he is a bit small, so he gets done by Travellas quite a lot, but we do need him for chemistry. Sommer just kind of is there. If you do have someone that has sweeper keeper plus, I'd certainly recommend that you have that on your goalkeeper. First player that we're going to talk about outfield is going to be Carpenter, who is my right back. Now, she is on wingback plus and balance. She has attacking wingback plus. I don't want to do that with her because of my left back, but wingback plus, you know, she's got a lot of width there, and that's an important thing about this formation. Even though you can see with our two wide cams that they look like they're quite wide, they're not. They come inside quite a lot, and you don't really have a lot of width outside of your fullbacks in this formation. So you could go, you know, fullback, I believe, fullback and defend. I've tried that on Carpenter. I don't really like it because I need to have some sort of width opportunity from both of my fullbacks. So wingback plus in my case, and balanced is the way to go, just so you do have a bit of width in the team, because you're not going to really get it anywhere else. And we've got one of my favourite left backs, if not my favourite left back on the game, and that is Federico Dimarco's road to the knockout. I've got him on attacking wing back plus and attack, so he comes out as balanced, but I really like having this card on attack because of how good he is at crossing, because of how good he is at shooting and passing. I really think one of your fullbacks here need to be attacking forward, and whilst it's a little bit dangerous and you do get a little bit exposed down this side, because he's able to come up and down really quickly, he is able to still get his defensive qualities in. And because this formation is also, even though it's on counter, quite possession based, you don't really have to worry about getting hit on the break too hard, because you're always dominating the ball. And especially when we talk about our CDMs, you really don't suffer too much here. I really recommend this, and it's important. I do get a lot of goals with Dimarco, and I would try and mould your left back here to be, or your right back, one or the other, to be really attacking, and to provide essentially like a fifth attacker. Essentially is what Dimarco basically is, and of course offers an insane level of width. As we talk about the two defenders, or the two centre halves I should say, defender plus on both of them, a no-nonsense centre back who excels at the basics of defending. That's brilliant, including maintaining the defensive line. To have both of these on this with that line height means that they are the absolute generals of the team, and they really do play off sides a lot, and they're so physical and they're so strong. And Lady King's got Anticipate plus, Tar has Anticipate. They're both really good in the air. They are so solid. Yeah, they can't pass too well, but I don't really rely on that, especially when we look at our CDM shortly. You don't really need to have good pass on your centre-backs this year, even though at the start of the game I really thought you did have to. You really don't. And just having two players here that have Defender plus is absolutely massive, and they're just brilliant. They're just absolutely brilliant. They're so good, both of these two centre-halves, and I really recommend that you get players here that have Defender plus at the very least. As we move on to our two CDMs, this is where this formation becomes, well, looks to be very defensive. We've got Claude Makelele on holding plus and defend, and Steven Gerrard on deep line, playmaker and defend as well. So both of these sit really deep. You do sometimes, with the deep line playmaker, you do get them kind of picking up a bit more of an advanced position. Not too often, but they do come forward at some points. And because Gerrard's passing is so good, the idea is here that he just pings the balls out to Dimarco, to Carpenter, to Laudrup, to Diaby, and fires it in to Brandt whenever he's got some space, and he does often get a lot of space. And then Makelele is just there to defend. This is probably the most important role in this team, if I'm being honest. He is just defending for me. He can't come forward and shoot, and he can pass decently. But the idea is, with this kind of role here, is you want someone that doesn't have good shooting, so you're not kind of pushed into the idea of driving forward with them and, you know, leaving them out of position. Makelele is just there to defend, and holding plus is so good for that. He doesn't come forward at all, and he's so good defensively. Great stamina, small, so has good jockeying. Think of like an N'Golo Kante. This is the kind of role that we're kind of looking for here. Now, as we move on to the cams, this is where this formation is absolutely made, guys. And I want to talk about a few things here. First of all of them are on playmaker, and Diaby doesn't have plus here, but I found that this works really well. They're always constantly looking to find a pocket of space to have the ball driven into them, and then you can kind of turn up, face the goal, and look for the run of your striker, which we'll talk about shortly. But Playmaker Plus is amazing. As you can see with the description of it, this player tends to be the creative fulcrum of a midfield, given license to roam and create space and opportunities for attacks, likely to be out of position if the opposition counters. Now, that would be a problem if you didn't have these two sitters here. And, you know, we've got it on every single cam, right? So if you don't have two very good sitters who are both defending for the most part, you cannot play like this. But Playmaker Plus is, or Playmaker Plus, or just Playmaker is really good in this formation, as it's just unlimited creativity. You can also see as well that Brandt is on roaming. That's because he's our middle cam. We want him to kind of pick up all sorts of positions. And with the roaming, you can see that he kind of still does stay centrally, but also operates in a number of other positions as well. Roaming is quite important to have on your middle cam in this formation. And of course, Playmaker on the two wide players is really good as well, as they're looking to constantly find space, and very good for Trivelas also. What I would recommend is you have a left footer on the left-hand side and a right footer on the right-hand side. 5-star skills if you can as well. And then if you can, on your central cam, have them as a 5-star weak foot, if at all possible. And then the striker is on advanced forward plus. Runs in behind constantly. Players behind him can find really good balls into him. And advanced forward is the best for the roles up front. And guys, let me tell you something, man. This has changed the way I played FC25 massively. I don't really like this game, if I'm being completely honest. But this formation is just levels, man. It's absolutely brilliant in game. I really recommend you try it. And let's get the code for you real quick. There it is on your screen right now. Go and use it. Let me know what you think to the tactics in the comment section. And also, like the video if this does help you. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this. And guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So take care.